Hi guys! So some of you missed my previous talk about weight loss. So the topic for today is how to keep the weight off during the lockdown. There are a few things to consider when one thinks of weight. Firstly, the type of exercise you do plays a very important role. Before lockdown, we were all exercising outside, doing more endurance type training. However, now we are focused to do more strength training. This means our metabolism will be increasing because in order to build muscle, you need to eat more. Your body naturally craves more food to recover faster. If you keep track of your weight on a normal scale that does not give you the breakdown of your fat and muscle percent, then it might look like you are gaining weight, although you might be only gaining muscle. So just to be aware of this and don't become despondent if the number on the scale gets more. To have more muscle is a good thing because your metabolism will be faster and you will burn your fat faster, which it will help with better muscle definition. Okay, and obviously the second thing that plays a role is good nutrition. You can have all the muscle definition from doing strength training, but covered with a fat layer. So how do we get rid of that fat layer and prevent it from forming? So some easy tips that you can follow now during the lockdown. There's 4 things that you can do to prevent gaining some fat. The first thing, green tea. It helps with weight loss. Green tea also helps prevent viral infections and weight loss. Studies have shown that green tea extracts are able to inhibit the activity of the lipase enzyme and reduce absorption of fats in your intestines. It also acts at the cellular level to combat fat storage. So remember I said you should drink at least 3 cups of green tea per day. 1 in the morning, 1 for lunch, and 1 in the afternoon, in order to get that benefit for weight loss. Then the second thing, because we are indoors all day, our serotonin might be a bit lower than before. And we exercise now before 9 in the morning, so the sun is not at its peak where you can actually absorb enough vitamin D and serotonin and so on. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter which makes us feel good and plays a role in our gastrointestinal function. It plays a role in weight loss because it decreases your desire to eat and thus increases your satiety levels. So how to increase your serotonin naturally? You can increase the precursor of serotonin that makes the serotonin. This is called the amino acid tryptophan. You need to take 2 to 3 grams of tryptophan per day, and you can get this in the form of a supplement called Solal. You can buy it at Dischem or through Wellness Warehouse online. Have patience with your significant other if they sit in front of the TV all day because their serotonin might just be a little bit low. And then the third thing that you can do is calorie restriction mimetics. It's compounds that mimics the effect of a long-term calorie restricted diet plan. So you don't necessarily have to eat low calories in order to lose weight. Some examples of this is resveratrol. It has anti-inflammatory activity as well as CR, calorie restriction mimicking activity. You find this in red wine and grapes. So yes, it is a good thing to drink red wine, 1 to 2 glasses, depending if you're males, 2 glasses, females 1 glass. Red wine specifically at night. Maybe not every night, specifically if you're training so hard, but every 3rd night or so. And then grapes is good carbs to eat during or after training sessions. Make also sure it's red grapes. And then if you don't like drinking wine or eating grapes, you can also buy it in a supplement form through Solal at Dis-Chem. And then the other thing is BCAAs, branch chain amino acids. It consists of 3 amino acids, and it also exhibits the calorie restriction like properties by increasing the mitochondrial mass in your muscle cells. Thus, it will increase your muscles and burn fat faster. All meat products are high in BCAAs, but I would supplement this on top of my normal food in order to have weight loss effects. You'll find this at Dis-Chem or Wellness Warehouse. I specifically use the Nutritech brand. And then the last thing that we can do to prevent weight gain or lose weight is to work on our mindfulness. Mindfulness just means to be more aware of what you eat and when we eat it and how much we eat. So some examples of how to be more mindful: do not sit in front of the TV and eat. You will eat more than you should. And then the second thing, take snacks into consideration. Pre-pack your snacks into portion sizes so you don't start eating and drift off and eventually eat a meal-sized snack. So some examples of snacks could be 10 to 20 nuts packed in a little packet, 3 cups of popcorn, 1 fruit, 1 cup of fat-free yogurt with 5 nuts, 1 boiled egg with 1 teaspoon of mayo, cucumber and celery and carrot sticks, any amounts, with a tablespoon of mayo, 2 rice cakes with 1 tablespoon of nut butter. Okay, and then the fourth thing that you can do, don't eat anything without putting it on a plate, because otherwise you eat small amounts here and there and everything eventually will add up and you will eat way too much. Use a smaller plate for meals, otherwise you will dish up more than you should. For instance, this is my plate. You see only 2 rice cakes fit on my plate. Whereas other people in the house, 4 rice cakes fit on this plate. Although it's a much prettier plate, it can eventually cause you to gain weight. So be careful of that. And then when you cook, only cook enough for your family and then immediately put the rest into buckets and freeze them so that you don't dish up more and more and more. And then a good meal size and variety should consist of the following. Make sure there's always more vegetables on your plate than anything else. A protein size should be the size of your palm. Carbs should be about half a cup, so not more than that. Cooked carbs like rice or anything. Fats not more than 1 tablespoon, which you can use for cooking the food. And then for drinks, always use longer glasses rather than fatter, smaller ones, because the longer ones always look more. For instance, a longer glass always looks more than a shorter one, although they are exactly the same, 250 milliliters. And do not add sugar to any drinks, like... Sorry, there, my phone just fell over. Okay, so don't add sugar to any of your drinks, like your coffee and your teas. Vegetable juices are fine to drink because they normally don't have any sugar added to them, and then you just add extra nutrients to your diet, like vegetables which you would not have necessarily have eaten. And then do not drink coffee or tea close to your meals, because coffee contains tannins which will inhibit the absorption of iron from your food. And then if you need to read further about mindful eating examples, download the Mindful Eating book by Brian Wansink. Let me show you how the book looks. you go. Why We Eat More Than We Think by Brian Wansink. And then if you change your eating to mindful eating, it can become a lifestyle and you won't do yo-yo dieting and lose and gain weight. It will be much easier to maintain your weight. Thank you everyone for today's talk. It was about weight loss and how to keep the weight off. Okay, bye bye.